when it comes to just navigating differences in a couple, right? And so, I don't know, I've seen couples argue about like where the broom goes, like, does it belong in the laundry room? Does it belong in the kitchen? I've seen couples argue about like, does the dog sleep on the bed or does the dog sleep in the crate, right? And so some of these things, I've seen couples get into really unhealthy conflicts over some things that, again, if you had the self-regulation skills to be able to calm yourself down and remember that the goal is not defeating your partner. It's about being able to articulate your point, right? I don't think the dog should sleep on the bed because, I have trouble sleeping as it is. I wake up constantly, and hold space for their perspective. Like, I understand that the dog does help you sleep better because you get to cuddle and like it's nice and warm and you get a little cold at night. Okay. So now we can have a conflict that doesn't spiral into destruction of the relationship. Right. And so, but that takes self-regulation to be able to hold space for that.
Destruction can be something as simple as name calling, like the conflict escalates and next thing you know, someone's calling somebody else a name, right?
Absolutely. Right. Or it becomes then the goal is to stop the argument. So I'm going to pull out the big guns. I'm going to, name call. I'm going to shame. I'm going to, fight dirty. I'm going to fight below the belt because I just want to win at this point, right? Which again, that's also something to, pay attention to if in a relationship with somebody who has MPD, that's what they do all the time. Because they don't want, like, your opinion, your perspective is not valid to them. Right.
Well, it becomes a threat. It becomes a threat. Again, I know I'm leaning on this one concept and I can bring in more, but because to accept somebody else's opinion means then that they're separate. And when there's separateness, there's loss. And that's something that's really hard for them to tolerate. I mean, that's the whole structure of the narcissist, is the grandiose self-structure, which is in that structure, that grandiosity, that omnipotence, there is no loss. Like, they have everything. They possess everything in the world, everything that's good and valuable. So for someone to have a different opinion, something as simple as that implies a loss because now they're separate from you. You no longer own them, or they're not like an extension of you at that moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so that's something, again, of, working through this with couples is, can you first of all, can you regulate yourself without blaming your partner for your dysregulation? I think that's another big warning sign.